Hello, my name is Alistair Corrie. Whether we work in a private or a public sector organization, we all have two things in common. The first is that there is never enough time and money or resources to accomplish the daily tasks around us, let alone to take on the extra workloads and challenges thrown at us with every new budget cycle or leadership change. The second thing we have in common is that no plan ever survives contact with the enemy, regardless of how carefully thought out or how detailed it is. The enemy, which interferes with our plans and our daily tasks, is complexity. Both of these challenges require constant problem solving. And here is the good news. We believe that humans have an infinite capacity for problem solving. We believe that the answers to most of the problems we face lie in the brains of the people who are right now in our organizations. We also know that we can easily access these ideas by removing the blockers which stifle their thinking. And as we do this, we unleash their innovation, creativity, and enthusiasm, as well as improve their mental well-being. We achieve this by bringing together elements from three different fields. Firstly, we can apply the powerful information from the fields of neuroscience, emotional intelligence, and psychology about the brain, how it works, how it solves problems, and how it comes up with insights. Secondly, we can identify and use the frameworks available from the Agile world to implement these ideas and solutions. And finally, we can use robust, transparent governance and a metrics-driven approach to measuring incremental improvements and achievements against targets. The emphasis we place on each of these areas during our engagement with you will depend on your needs. Let's touch briefly on some of the principles behind each of these areas. Firstly, the brains. Scientists tell us that the amygdala, the reptilian or chimp part of the brain, is constantly on alert for any possible incoming threats. Whilst in modern society we are no longer in danger from predators, we are constantly under attack, mostly inadvertently, from our friends and colleagues. The amygdala is easily hijacked by a number of everyday modern workplace triggers. These then dampen the part of the brain which is designed to come up with insights with our eureka movements. These modern-day amygdala triggers include perceived or real threats, for example, a lack of respect, being treated unfairly, a sense of not belonging, or being held to unrealistic deadlines. Allowing these threats to run wild negatively impacts our peopleware in the same way that pouring full-fat Coke on a keyboard would impact our hardware, or a virus would impact our software. With all this knowledge about the brain, we can easily create the right environment to allow our problem-solving machines to perform at their best, so that they can support our leaders to achieve their objectives. The frameworks. Once we learn how to generate ideas and insights on demand, we need to use predictable models to turn them into reality. We do this best by applying the principles from the Agile world. The Agile Manifesto has been around for almost 30 years, providing an iterative, cost-effective set of frameworks for delivering projects and change management. It is more relevant and useful now than it has ever been because it has been widely tested in all manner of scenarios. And if it is not working, we know why and we can fix it. And the controls. Finally, to make sure that we are on track, we should create an appropriate governance and budgeting model based on empiricism. This is where we track metrics and results by using transparency, inspection, and adaptation. It is a methodology which creates and sustains trust amongst all those involved in a task or project. Our approach is simple, adaptable, and scalable. We can provide anything from a presentation or a half-day workshop to a 3-month engagement where we will fully equip your teams. We can't give you more money or more time to solve the problems you encounter, but we can show you how to engage more brains to solve them, not by hiring more people, but by harnessing the resources you already have through a few simple adjustments. We know that everyone hates change, yet everyone loves novelty. We approach change in an agile, incremental way so that we minimize the likelihood that the change will trigger any amygdala hijacks. We start with the end in mind. We start small and grow at a pace everyone can cope with. We help you identify a core team of champions or ambassadors with and through whom we influence the rest of their colleagues. We will teach deliberately what we do instinctively in a way that allows the information and skills to be passed on after we are finished. We work closely on a day-to-day basis with senior leadership to ensure that they can support the evolution of your teams as the techniques and ways of working are being embedded. And after our engagement is complete, we can be available on an ad hoc or schedule basis to support any course corrections if needed. If you would like to learn more about how to maximize the value of everything you and your people do, I look forward to speaking with you further. Thank you.